Good morning, children. Let us begin with Standard 5 English Grammar, Unit 22, Part 4 of Direct and Indirect Speech. Children, we learn that how do we change a direct sentence into indirect when your direct speech is a question. So, the first thing that we need to keep in mind is the introductory verb is changed to ask or inquired. So, certain questions, as when we ask, when we are asking, so we use the questions why, what, and we ask the questions. And certain questions are that we go to a certain bus stop or somewhere to any offices and we have to inquire about something. So those are the different types we ask in different manners a question. So when we read a question, we should understand whether are we asking a person something or are we inquiring something from a person. So accordingly, we can change the reported verb, that is the introductory verb, into asked or inquired. Whether or if is used when the interrogative sentence begins with the verb. Now, if the interrogative sentence begins with a verb like do, did, so at that time, the introductory verb changes to whether or if. Introductory verb is which? In the direct sentence, whatever comes, said, told, that changes into whether or if. No new connective is used if the interrogative sentence begins with who, whose, whom, which, what, how, when, or why. So these are all WH words, question words. When any direct speech begins with these WH words, we use that same in the indirect. We do not change any of these words in the indirect. The interrogative form is changed into a declarative form. So if in your direct speech it is a question, we remove that question and we make it into a declarative, affirmative sentence, and we do not add the question mark in the indirect. For examples, you can see in the direct it is, he said to me, where are you going? Now this is starting with a WH word. So in the interrogative, he said to me will become he asked me. This said to we don't write in the indirect. And in the place of said to we write asked. And then comes me. Starting with WH, so we keep the WH. There is no connecting word over here. So where me will become I. Are will become was and going. So he asked me where I was going. So this is not a question. We are changing that question into an affirmative or declarative sentence. The second one, Rama said to her, how old are you? So again, Rama is asking someone. So we change that said to into asked. Rama asked her how old she was, and we do not put the question mark. The policeman said to the beggar, why are you crying? So the policeman asked the beggar why he was crying. The next, Hari said, how much money have you in your pocket? So Hari inquired or Hari asked. Both are right. You can write here asked also and inquired also. So Hari inquired how much money I had in my pocket. She said to me, have you done your work? So she asked me. Now this question, if you see, have you done your work? This question can be answered in yes, I have done my work, or no, I have not done my work. So in such case, when your answer of that question is yes or no, we write over here if or whether to join both the sentences. Now this is not starting with a WH word. right? This is have. This is a verb. Have is a verb. So here we join both the sentences with if or sometimes whether. I had done my work. Mohan said to me, do you play cricket? So again here do is a verb, right? So again this question is such that you can answer ki yes, I play cricket, or no, I don't play cricket. So in that case, we join both the sentences with whether or if. So here I am using whether. Here you can also use if. Mohan asked me whether I played cricket, or Mohan asked me if I played cricket. Both your indirect answers will be correct. Now we go to the next. That is the exclamations and wishes. Now, what are these exclamations? If you remember the sudden feelings, the sudden happiness, sadness that we show, we put an exclamation mark. And wishes, sometimes we wish for something. Oh God, I wish, like that. So, if those sentences with exclamation marks, how do we change the reported verb? Into what do we change? So, how do we change? The introductory verb is changed into wish, exclaimed, prayed, blessed, or cursed. Okay, these are not given in the past, only in the present. We have to add a ed to them when we make it into the indirect. Then the word showing exclamations such as alas, hooray, etc. are omitted. The sign of exclamation mark is omitted. How in the question sentences, when we changed it into the indirect, we removed the question mark. In the same way, when we write the direct into indirect with an exclamation mark, in the indirect, we will remove the exclamation mark and omit the words which are shown for that excitement, like hooray, oh, ouch, all those types of words which we put exclamation marks. We will omit it in the indirect. So for example, in the direct speech, they said, hooray, we have won the match. So this hooray is with an exclamation mark. So here in place of said and hooray, we write they exclaimed, means they are showing their happiness with joy. So this is what extra we write. Hooray is showing the joy. So we say they exclaimed with joy that they had won the match. The second one, she said to him, may you live long. So this is some wish that you are doing for someone. So how do we make it into the indirect? She wished that he might live long. This is a wish. May you live long. So we write the introductory verb as wished. The third, he said, alas, I am undone. So he exclaimed that he was undone. He said to her, may God bless you. Now you are praying to God. So here we change the introductory verb into prayed. So your answer in the indirect will be, he prayed that God might bless her. And your last one, she said, oh God, forgive me. So again you are praying and you say in the indirect, she prayed to God to forgive her. So this is the way how we change question direct sentences into indirect, and how we change an exclamatory and a wish sentences of direct into indirect. Now we shall do exercise 5 and 6. So we begin with exercise 5. The first one, Hari said to me, where did you put my pen? So your indirect answer will be, Hari asked me where I had put his pen. So the direct speech starts with a WH word, that is where. So in the indirect also we do not make any change and we write the same word. And did you put in the direct speech is in the simple past tense in a question. So we write that as had put. His is for who? Hari. His pen. Second, you said to me. Did you write a letter to me yesterday? You asked me if I had written a letter to you on the previous day. So again, this starts with did. And this question is asking such a question where we can answer yes or no. So we connect both the sentences with if. And write, did and write, it is in the simple past but in a question. So that changes into past perfect, which becomes had written. And yesterday will change into the previous day. The third one, he said to her, why are you crying? Why were you crying last night? So your answer is, he asked her why she was crying the previous night. The fourth one, I said to him, have you brought my pen today? So this you are asking, so we change the reported verb into asked as we did in the previous 3 sentences. So your indirect will be, I asked him if he had brought my pen that day. Have you brought my pens? Again, that answer you can give yes, I have brought, or no, I have not brought. So those 2 sentences we join with if. Fifth, he said to me, why did you not come to school yesterday? So your answer is, he asked me why I had not come to school the previous day. Sixth, the mother said to Sita, why are you so late tonight? Your answer is, the mother asked Sita why she was so late that night. The seventh one, he said to us, will you do your work tomorrow? Your answer is, he asked us if we would do our work the next day. Eighth, she said to them, why did you insult me last night? Your answer, she asked them why they had insulted her the previous night. Ninth, I said to her, how many rupees do you have in your pocket? Your answer, I asked her how many rupees she had in her pocket. The 10th one, he said to me, why were you sleeping in this room yesterday? So your answer will be, he asked me why I was sleeping in that room the previous day. So here this will change into that. And yesterday will be previous day. 11th, she said to her, will you write a letter to me tomorrow? Your answer, she asked her if she would write a letter to her the next day. 12th, I said to her, when did your father come here? Your answer, I asked her when her father had come there. Here will become there. The 13th one, we said to them, did you come to see us last week? Your answer, we asked them if they had come to see us the previous week. Last will become previous and week will be week. 14th, I said to her, who teaches you English? Your answer, I asked her who taught her English. 15th, I said to her, when do you hope to finish your work? Your answer is, I asked her when she hopes to finish her work. Now we begin with exercise 6. And your first one, the teacher said, what a foolish boy you are. So the exclamation mark is there and we need to remove it in the indirect. So we write the answer as, the teacher exclaimed that I was a foolish boy. You are will become I was. Second, alas, I am ruined, said the poor man. Your answer is, the poor man exclaimed that he was ruined. Third, she said, alas, the child is dead. Your answer is, she exclaimed that the child was dead. Fourth, he said to her, may God be with you. So here you are praying. When you see in your direct speech, you see God. Means when you pray, you say you remember God. So here we will write the answer as, he prayed that God might be with her. The fifth one, they said, hooray, we have passed. So your answer will be, they exclaimed with joy that they had passed. Sixth, he said, goodbye, my friends. Your answer is, he wished them goodbye. Seventh, Shivani said, how clever I am. Your answer, Shivani exclaimed that she was clever. Eighth, he said, what a lazy boy you are. Your answer is, he exclaimed that I was a lazy boy. Ninth, she cried, oh, that I were dead. Your answer, she exclaimed that she were dead. Now here this word we do not change. Sometimes there are exceptionals in English. So here we do not make any change. So we just write were dead in the same manner we write it in the indirect. 10th, so help me God, he cried, I will never steal again. So your answer is, he prayed to God that he would never steal again. So dear children, I hope you have understood this lesson of direct and indirect and all the 6 exercises which I have discussed in all the 4 parts of the video. So now your homework is that you need to complete this 5th and 6th exercise very neatly in your English grammar notebook. So thank you and have a very nice day.